अग्निपथ योजना के बारे में आपने कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ा या सुना ज़रूर होगा। तो सबसे पहले एक बार ये जानते हैं कि ये योजना आखिर कहती क्या है। देखिए, अग्निपथ स्कीम के अंतर्गत हर साल इंडियन आर्म्ड फोर्सेस में अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 46,000 लोगों को रिक्रूट किया जाएगा। अब इन रिक्रूट हुए लोगों की उम्र 17 से 21 साल तय करी गई थी, लेकिन बाद में सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने एक नोटिफिकेशन के थ्रू इसे 21 से बढ़ा के 23 साल कर दिया गया। ये नौकरी 4 साल के लिए होगी, नॉन कमीशन ऑफिसर्स के लिए होगी, और 4 साल खत्म होने पे इनमें से 25% लोगों को फौज में परमानेंटली भर्ती कर लिया जाएगा और बाकी 75% लोगों को वापस घर भेज दिया जाएगा रिटायरमेंट देके एक पैकेज के साथ। अब इस पे विवाद कहाँ उठ रहा है? देखिए, जिन 75% लोगों को रिटायरमेंट दे दी जाएगी उनके पास कोई जॉब सिक्योरिटी नहीं होगी, यानी हर साल 35,000 लोगों का पूल हमारे बीच में होगा जिन्हें एक नए रोजगार की तलाश होगी। साथ ही लोगों के पास मिलिट्री की ट्रेनिंग होगी, तो सोसाइटी का एक इंक्रीज मिलिट्रलाइजेशन हो जाएगा और इस बात का डर है कि कोई और लोग इन मिलिट्री की ट्रेनिंग वाले लोगों का कोई गलत फायदा ना उठा लें, उन्हें एंटी सोशल एक्टिविटीज में एंगेज ना कर लें। साथ ही सरकार ने इस स्कीम के कुछ कारण, कुछ रीजंस दिए हैं। पहला ये कि इससे आर्म्ड फोर्सेस में नौजवान लोग आएंगे तो एज बैलेंस बनेगा। दूसरा ये कि पेंशन का बर्डन कम होगा तो कुछ पैसा बचेगा। और तीसरा ये कि बचे हुए पैसे से फौज को मॉडर्नाइज करने के तरीके निकाले जाएंगे। अग्निपथ मामले में सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कई PIL फाइल करी गई हैं। इनमें से एक PIL ये कहती है कि अग्निपथ स्कीम पे स्टे लगे अभी के लिए और सरकार स्कीम को रिकंसीडर करे। ये स्कीम जो कि 24 जून 2022 यानी आज के दिन लागू होनी थी, इसे अभी के लिए रोका जाए। इसमें यह भी लिखा गया है कि यूपी, बिहार, झारखंड, उत्तराखंड जैसे स्टेट्स और राज्य जो भी हैं जहां पे इस मामले में विवाद और प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं, उनके बारे में सोचा जाए और स्कीम को अभी के लिए स्टे किया जाए। इसके बाद एक PIL में यह कहा गया है कि अग्निपथ मामले में जो प्रोटेस्ट हुए हैं उनमें कुछ वायलेंस हुआ है और उस वायलेंस की जांच पड़ताल होनी चाहिए। और एक PIL सेंटर की बनाई गई अग्निपथ योजना को चैलेंज करती है।
I enrolled as an airman, so I served about say 7 to 8 years. Then I got commissioned because I get an opportunity to study. So I got commissioned. After the commission, I was given a branch of a fighter controller. After the fighter controller, since I had done a LLB, so thereafter I was taken into the JAG branch and I served the JAG branch. Thereafter, because of my own issues, I had taken a premature retirement.
And now you started your career as an advocate.
In 2012, I had taken a premature retirement. In 2013, I started my own practice.
The first question about Agnipath to you is ki what the scheme is all about. What are the facts about the scheme?
Okay. To start with, the armed forces are a very respectful organization in this country. Okay. It's like the armed forces are using this concept since long. And now this scheme has first time started for the person below officer's rank. So this scheme is already under the implementation for the officers cadre. So now this has brought to the for the soldier. This scheme is this is a good concept. It gives a lot of advantage, but the way this has been come out, I have certain recommendations for that.
What would you recommend?
See, this scheme normally a soldier when he joins the armed forces, it's from the age say 17 and a half to 21 years. It takes time to develop the muscles. Indian armed forces training centers are excellent, remarkable. There during the training they teaches the honesty, the loyalty, the sincerity, hard work, discipline apart from their physical build-up. And this training is only for 6 months, maybe 6 months to 1 year, but it is the service which inculcate these quality into a soldier when a soldier becomes a true soldier. So for that, this period of 4 years is a less period. In my opinion, it should have been more.
Okay, so you think that the term should be increased, should
Yes.
be more than 4 years.
Yes.
Okay, so you also know and you understand the background of these kids who come at the age of 17 years into the forces and the background of their families also. How do you think they would be affected?
See, it's like I'll say it is unfortunate that since 2 years this recruitment has been stopped. The youth have appeared their written examination, they have cleared their physical, they have cleared their medical, the merit list has also been prepared. But since 2020 the recruitment has been stopped. These are the youth who are waiting for their joining letters. They are not getting their joining letters. So vacancies of 46,000 which now they have announced, it is already existing. Every year we are inducting the Jawans into the forces. 46,000 is a 1 year is not a huge amount for huge number. So for 2 years when we have stopped this, we have already created that much of vacancies. So there is nothing new in this one. The उत्साहित नहीं है ये.
Okay.
वो उत्साहित नहीं है क्योंकि see, those who are waiting for their call letters, they are not getting their call letters, and now suddenly they find this Agnipath is announced. They find that they may not get the joining letters. That's incorrect on the part of the forces. Those who are already qualified, they should have honored the examination which they have undergone. Secondly, in my opinion, there are two cadre, permanent cadre and this is a temporary cadre which they have introduced. The permanent cadre should continue. Why they have stopped permanent cadre? It should not happen. Like for the officer cadre, permanent commission officers and the short service commissioned officers, they are run parallelly. Okay. Here they have stopped, almost they have stopped the permanent cadre, and now they are introducing the Agnipath. The implementation is wrong. The terms and conditions should be improvised.
Okay. And what do you say about all these protests that have erupted all across India?
I am totally against these protests. I condemn these protests. Soldier is the one who protects the citizen, who protects the property of the nation. Why anyone should destroy this? This protest, like during the one rank, one pension, the huge protest has taken place. But all those protests were peaceful. So even if someone is not in agreement with this policy, they should protest peacefully. I am totally against this violence.
The destruction to the public property.
Absolutely, destruction to the public property. This is a taxpayers' money. We are like, as a soldier, we are getting the salary from the taxpayer money. Why we should destroy that? We should take advantage of the taxpayers' money.
So my last question, what is your final opinion about it? Final, negative or
See,
positive?
my opinion is, as I said, it takes time. Sahaj pake so meetha hoye. 6 years to 10 years should be the minimum service where a soldier should give. And secondly, I am satisfied with the pay package. Thirdly, there are vacancies for the ex-servicemen. After 20 years of service, a person is joining Central Armed Police Forces, and if they are able to join at the age of say 36, 38, why not these soldiers, those who are coming out with 6 to 10 years of service? Suppose a soldier joins at the age of 18 or 19 years. When he comes out with say 8 to 10 years of service, he will be 27 and 29.
Yes.
And all the civil services, their maximum age is 30 years. They are still eligible for those age. And secondly, I would like to mention that the vacancies of ex-servicemen are horizontal vacancies, whereas SC, ST, OBC and other kind of reservation, they have the vertical vacancies. What is the difference between horizontal and vertical vacancies is that if they do not get the adequate number of ex-servicemen for a particular post, the vacancies vacancies are not carried forward.
Okay.
So there are n number of vacancies which are going vacant, and soldiers are not able to take it. If this service is made for 10 years, and out of those 10% of service, 10% of vacancies, even 2, 3, 4% vacancies are given to the Agniveers, that will give a good advantage. I would also like to mention that the advantage of the Agnipath scheme is those who are in the permanent cadre, they will have a better promotional avenues. Secondly, those who are retiring, those who are going out, even if like 25% has been kept as a reserve, why only 25%? If they find good soldier into the Agnipaths, they should be inducted even if it is 30 to 40%, because if they take a fresh entry, they have to be trained. But here the soldiers are already trained. Why we are limiting it to 25%? We should, if the soldiers are fit, then we should take it any amount of this one, because every year we are inducting the soldier. Secondly, I will take the advantage of this channel to say that there is a peculiar situation in the armed forces. When a person wants to go out, take a say premature retirement, it is told to him that there is a shortage of officers, there is a shortage of jawans. If a person asks for a permanent commission or permanent job while doing a short service, he is asked that there is no vacancies. I do not know why this dubious role is being played in this one. We should, if a trained soldier is there, if there is a scope, he should be inducted into permanent cadre.
But there are certain fears, right? Even in the mind of the people, because of the temporary nature of the scheme, there are some fears. Because they are angry also because the recruitment has not happened for the last 2 years.
See, that anger is viable. It's like is justified. If the person who has undergone a process of the recruitment and if he is made into the merit list, he should have been appointed. Now, everyone is worried about their future. Those who are having a permanent career, they are also worried. Like after 20 years of service, or even after 17 or 18 years or 20 years of service, when they leave forces, the pension is not adequate by which they can survive, because this is the time when their children are growing, when they have a commitment for the family. They have to adopt or they have to take a second career. Even if the second career is not available, like the Jawans, basically we are concerned about the Jawans because they are not so educated, their exposure is not so high. So they are feeling this difficulty. Because of this difficulty, there is a fear that what happens after the service.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
अग्निपथ मामले में और इन PILs में आगे क्या डेवलपमेंट्स हो रहे हैं जानने के लिए बने रहिए हमारे साथ सिर्फ और सिर्फ लाइव लॉ पर।